Hello, guys. Welcome. Give me just 1 second. I am having a little bit of technical difficulty here, and I need to like blow up my screen. So give me just a second. All right, guys. Say hello as you're popping on. We are getting ready to get started. I just don't like using my peepers when I'm live because it makes like the glare and it's difficult. So I need to blow up my text on my notes. All right. I think we're good there. All right, there we go. All right, say hello. We're gonna get started. I'll give people just an opportunity to pop on and we'll go ahead and get things going. Hello, guys. Thanks for all of those that said hello before I was able to pop on. I appreciate your punctuality, and I am sorry that I was a little bit late. I had something of an urgent matter that I had to deal with one of my sites. So, all right, say hello. So tonight I am so excited for this content. So we're going to talk about the 2023 update on 100% on the 100% profit online business models. All right, so we are going to do a little bit of talking about money, and I'm going to share some things that I've been very, very enlightened on. And it's like I love like bringing this kind of intel, to the industry. And I shared it today in my email, but I'm going to dive a little bit deeper. And I felt like it was really something that I wanted to make sure I laid it down on video as well. So I figured, why the heck not go live and talk about this? All right. So say hello as you're popping on. Say hello. If at any time throughout the night you would love to learn more about what I do to actually make money, to earn 100% profit, matter of fact, in my business, and you want to learn digital marketing, you want to learn the business of online business, you want to get yourself set up for online business success, and you want a ready-made digital product that you can begin selling for $500 profits paid instantly and directly into your account, you can go right down below to the description, goprowithsteph.com, and get all of the details in your hand. All right. And of course, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and either drop them in the live chat or send me over an email, and I'll be more than happy to respond to you in that way. All right. So tonight we are going to talk about an update, right, to the 100% profit online business models. All right. A lot of really great discoveries, that I made this year in my business. And being that I've been in the industry for 16 years, and I know how the struggle can be real if we don't have good, solid information, we don't have all the facts. And oftentimes, if we don't know what we truly want for ourselves, oftentimes we will bounce around trying different things, realizing certain things are not our forte until something is presented to us that really makes sense. Now, here's the thing. When I first got started way back in 2007, again, I feel like all the stars were aligned for me when I got started, because I fell in love instantly with the business model that I was a part of. I got to sell something that I was able to learn from, and I was able to earn all of the money for every ebook that I sold. I saw all of the money come right into my PayPal account. And so like I really fell in love with the whole idea of selling and being able to see the money instantly. So for quite so many years, like that's the industry and the kind of business model that I actually leveraged. But it's not like what we are doing here with what I do with Master Resale Rights. It was more in the affiliate marketing and business opportunity space. And so tonight, what I want to do is share with you like what I've discovered and what I've experienced over my 16 years as it pertains to 100% profits, and why I do what I do now, why I am so in love, right, with my business model, the potential for both myself and for other people, and why I just want to make sure that like every single day I get out there and I let more and more people know about how wonderful of a business model that this is that we have to work with. And what I will tell you is, and I'll talk about this a little bit deeper, but if you watch my video content, you're on my email list, you are a part of my world, I will honestly tell you, like, you want to get in. Because right now, those that get in 2023, like y'all are getting so much, so much that in 2024 won't be the case for people that jump on board then. Again, because I love so much of what I'm learning in this space, and I realize how expansive it can be. Like, we are going to do some really, really big things within this community. And I'm just so doggone excited. So doggone excited. So the $500 profits, the $500 payments through the turnkey system, we're really just kind of like hitting the surface, right? Same thing with the blueprint, money, just really, really just kind of like barely tapping the surface. We are going to get so much more expansive when it comes to this. So if you do have any questions whatsoever, you're hanging out there, you have any questions, definitely make sure that you connect with me, and I would love to answer those questions and help you in getting tapped in. All right. So here's the thing. All right. With 100% profits, the reason why it's so beautiful is that in most instances, you get to do the work and you get to see the money instantly, right? With most 100% profit model businesses, you actually are in control of your money, right? Where when someone decides to invest into something or to buy something, they are paying you directly. All right. So I'm going to break down some things that I shared today in my email, right? And I'm going to break them down via video, right? And we're going to really, really talk about this. All right. So the first important thing is to understand that they are not all created equal. All right. There are but there are a couple of 100% profit business models that are available to us. All right. Meaning there are a couple of ways that we can decide to approach earning 100% profits for our efforts. All right. Number one, they're not created equal. Number two, I'm not here to tell you that there is a right and a wrong approach. I want to make sure that if you're interested in 100% profit models, that you understand the difference and that you understand why I love what I do so much, and why, for those that want to have a like business model and flow and vibe that I do, that why I recommend the route that I've actually taken for myself. All right. So again, there is no right or wrong. Like, everyone's got to figure out what works for them, what they want to, how they want to build their business, and the responsibility, right, that they want to own when it comes to their business. And you'll understand more as we get into this. All right. So number one, you can generate 100% profits without joining a business opportunity. All right. So there are a lot of business opportunities out there, which was the space that I hailed in for many, many years. I earned a lot of money in the business opportunity space. And the last company that I was with, I earned over $250,000 before the company just closed up shop and went away, right, without giving us any notice. So with business opportunities, just kind of pointing out a couple of things. It's generally member to member, meaning that if someone decides to get involved in that business opportunity, they're paying you the money directly, like whatever the sum of money is. So it's literally member to member, right? Like customer to vendor, or customer to business owner. All right. In business opportunities, essentially what you are selling is a login link. Okay. There's no ownership. All right. It can be taken away from you. Generally, an administrator or an owner of a company controls everything, right? And you have a login where you log in to get access to all of your information, your videos, anything that they tell you you get as an asset, right? Or as a product, it's within a login area. So there is no ownership. All right. I did that for many, many years, and I made a great deal of money, and it was a great learning opportunity for myself. But when that last company, again, closed up shop, I realized that that's not the way I ever wanted to build my business again. And I'll tell you why. Is I enrolled like over 200 people. And so all of those 200 people paid me, right, anywhere between $250, the majority $1,000. All right, the majority of people paid me $1,000. So they paid me directly. And when the company closed up shop and their logins were no good, who do you think ultimately felt responsible? I knew it wasn't my fault. I knew I wasn't responsible, but being a good person, right, how do you think I felt? Right, I felt a sense of responsibility. And I don't think a lot of people, like, I love sharing these kind of things because sometimes people just chase like simplicity, and they chase, ease, and that's fine, right? But if you plan to build an empire, like that's all that I ever focus on. I go big, I go hard, right? In everything that I've done, I've made so much money with my $100 blueprint. I'm making really good money with the roadmap. I don't mess around, right? And so for me, like my integrity, my word, what I am introducing someone to is really, really important. And I want to know, right, that even if you take me out of the equation, like it's still a good transaction, right? Like it's still a good transaction. And that was a big wake up call. So like in the email that I shared today, I talked about how like I would never want to put myself in position again of actually selling logins. Think about that. Like that's really what I was doing, right? I was selling logins and not ownership. If you're getting this, like say, wow. All right. So it's really important for you to know if you've been introduced to 100% profit business models, that business opportunities is not the only way to go. And I'm not saying they are bad. I'm saying you need to be aware of what you're really selling people. All right. Because there is no ownership, much like when you join an MLM and network marketing company. Those things can be taken away from you. There is no ownership, right? You are a representative. You are a consultant, right? There is no, in fact, ownership. All right. So same thing with the business opportunities. All right. And I heard this one person say before, I don't know what people are so afraid of. If we all join this business opportunity, we all do really, really well together and it closes up shop. Well, we'll just go on to something else together. Who wants to do that? Who wants to go into business knowing that is a possibility, right? Like that's not like the plan B I want to have in my business. It's just not, right? And again, like I believe like, these are the conversations we need to be having more of so that people are way more aware and enlightened, right? When they are going about building their business so they can make better decisions about how they invest their money, where they invest their money, and really asking themselves, like, do I really have ownership, right? Do I really, really have ownership? All right. So that's the business opportunity way. All right. You can generate 100% profits without creating your own digital products. All right. So when I walked away from the business opportunity world, I was like, Steph, but you're going to be your own cash register. We're going to get rid of the middleman, because where I had gotten in my business, I was allowing other things to be kind of like my crutch, because I really believed that nobody would pay me for my value. I believed I had to be selling something in order for someone to pay me. I didn't think that what I knew, would translate into money. Like I didn't think somebody would actually pay just for my knowledge, right? I thought that they would be inspired by the things I shared, but I thought that I had to actually be selling them someone else's business opportunity or an affiliate deal. But when that last opportunity did what it did, I said, you know what, Steph, you've proved, right, that people make their buying decisions more often than not based upon you and your knowledge, right, and what you have to share. And so that's when I made the transition from that to going into coaching and consulting and creating my own digital products, right? And so my first year creating my own digital products, moved right into six figures, right? So did six figures right from my knowledge. That was so mind-blowing to actually look at my Stripe and to be like, wow, like all of that was from my knowledge, like my products, my services, mind-blowing, right? Absolutely mind-blowing. But when I think about how much work went into it, there were a lot of things I created that never did well. I could chalk that all up for myself, right? I honestly love creating digital products. I actually got in trouble creating digital products because oftentimes I would allow my creative juices to take over and I would create more than I would actually sell, right? So I was fine. Like I did well creating my own digital products. However, when I started to enter the realm of helping other people turn their ideas into digital products, it didn't often translate or work well for other people. And so this year, like 2023, can I just be transparent? Can someone just say, Steph, be transparent? Like, tell us. We want to know the truth. Someone give me permission. If not, I'll move on from this story or this example, but it's a powerful one. I'm waiting. Someone say, tell us, Steph. I knew it was going to be you, Veronica. Tell us. So 2023 was a big wake-up call for me, big wake-up year, because I had the biggest group coaching program, right, I've ever had, right, which means I work with a lot of volumes of people. And what I saw was a lot of people wanting to turn what they know into ebooks and courses and programs. And I saw a lot of people not be able to do it for one reason or another, right? And I will honestly step up and say no fault of my own. All right. I just saw a lot of people like just get really hemmed up with taking what they know, right, laying it down and turning into a digital product and being able to get out there and sell it, right? And I was just like, I don't know if I could do this another year. Like, I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because again, right, there still is a sense of guilt because you want people to succeed, right? You want people to succeed. And so what I realized when I discovered this, right, because I had gotten to a place in my own business where I was like, I want something different for myself. And my coaching clients, they all heard me say it. I said, I want to be able to say I make $100,000 or more a year through coaching, but I want to be able to say outside of my clients that I have my own business, right? I actually wanted to sell something in a kind of an evergreen way where it had nothing to do, with coaching, and it had nothing to do with my own personal products. I just wanted to promote and sell and like get back into my flow and my mojo, right? Of getting out there and doing what you guys see me doing here, right? Well, that's when the turnkey system, the roadmap would actually find its way into my life, literally. All right. Now, interesting, I invested into it and did nothing because I was like, nah, maybe it's not the right time for this. Right. So I never even like fully got into it when I first invested into it. All right. And then funny, a circumstance would happen where I was reminded that I actually had access to it. And when I dove into it, all I could begin to think about, right, was all of the people that wanted to get started close to a year ago that have been trying, right? I say trying. I don't really know what they're doing, but all I know is for a year, right, what they told me they wanted to have happen didn't happen. And when I saw this, I said, wow. So for someone that wants to start an online business, wants to learn digital marketing, wants to learn how to grow an online business, wants to sell a digital product, they actually have one place where they can actually do it all. And the funny thing is, long before I knew that I was going to create like a separate business for myself outside of my coaching business, I knew that I was going to do something with resale rights. I had bought so many informational products on resale rights. It's always been something like for over the past probably 3 or 4 years, it's been something of high interest to me. I just didn't know how I was going to go about it because I knew there were a lot of really, really bad like resale right type deals that were out there. And so I just didn't know which direction I was going to go. I didn't know if I was going to try to do my own products, like take my own products and turn them into license rights products for other people, or if I didn't know, but I just knew I was going to end up doing something with resale rights. So like when I say this landed on my lap, this is not one of those things like I'm just making up to make the story have more impact. No, like literally, when I say it landed on my lap, it literally landed on my lap. I forgot about it for about a good month and a half, 2 months almost. Right. And then when I was reminded that I had it, I'm like, oh my gosh, the timing is so perfect. Right. The timing is so perfect. So what I found is that you could generate 100% profits with something called master resale rights, right? With something called master resale rights, right? And here's the thing. Again, I've been online for over 16 years, right? And so I know the term master resale rights. I know all of these license right terms, right? I own tons of these kind of products, right? But never had I ever saw it represented the way like it was represented here. Because what I saw was a way for someone to be able to get started and get set up very, very quickly, right? And not have a lot of the setup hiccups, right? So what makes this so different, right, than the business opportunity route is that we get to actually own the product. Please understand that. I had someone reach out to me a couple of weeks ago and they said, Steph, this sounds a lot like it was a business opportunity they referenced. And I said, this is nothing like that. Outside of, we both have digital products and we both earn 100% profits, right? There you have a login. You can never own the products. Here, you can download the products and have the entire course forever. Y'all, that right there is everything. Absolutely everything. That's such an important piece that, again, business opportunities don't give you. You get a login with business opportunities. There was someone over it, right? Y'all, one of my really, really good friends got booted out of a business opportunity because he got into it with the admin of the company. You see what I'm saying? Like I can tell you so many stories over the years, right, of things that have happened because you're not truly in control. It's not yours. You don't own squat. You are like leasing a spot and you're hoping that everything keeps going good. You're hoping, right, like the company owners and the admins keep their word. Again, I'm not talking bad about anyone. This is just the reality. Like if I owned a business opportunity, the reality would be the same. You would be dependent upon me keeping my word, being a good admin, keeping the site going, all of those individual things. You would have to trust me in that. You would have no ownership. Now, let me know this is eye-opening. You would have no ownership. If I wanted to pull the plug, guess what? I just pull the plug and you got to go find something else. All right. So that's one big difference. Master resale rights, you actually get to own the products, right? With the business opportunity, you do not. All right. What makes us different, right, than product creation is that we give you a digital product, which is a complete course that teaches you everything from like A to Z to building a digital online business, digital marketing, the business of online business, right? You get the complete course. You never have to create the material yourself. You never have to sit there and wonder how you're going to take an idea and break it into modules or break it into lessons or break it into, video recordings. You don't have to worry about how you're going to package it. You don't have to worry about whether it's going to sell. You don't have to worry about going out there and researching it to see if people are already buying it, right? We literally give you a very hot, high-end demand digital product that tons of people are already searching for, consuming content on. They're already out there buying it, right? And this digital product, right, is part of an industry, right, that's worth about $1 billion a day at this point, right? So with product creation, which I know, right, you are relying upon like your market, your audience, and you're in a lot of instances, you're hoping they're going to like it. You're hoping they're going to want it, right? And if you're brand spanking new, how do you even know what you're creating and if someone's going to want it? Again, these are the realities. These are the facts, right? So there's a lot of work you can do to see if someone's going to want it. You can either go out there and build your brand first, right? By going out there and helping people, doing your free content and all of those things. Nothing wrong with that. A very respectable way to get started in your business, right? And so many people have done it and climbed the ranks. I mean, they're making tons of money, right? Or you could go out there and do a lot of market research and say, I want to sell products like Marie Forleo, right? And go out there and research people that are like her, including her, right? Do a lot of market research, then come to the conclusion, right, of something that could be really, really great to sell, right? And then create it if you have no audience, and then try to bring it out into the marketplace as you're building your brand, right? Now that I don't share that to be scary. I share that because that's the reality. It's the reality of anything. And the fact of the matter is there are a lot of people that get started with master resale rights that don't have an audience, that are brand new. The difference with our product with master resale rights is the fact that our product is in high demand in terms of we teach digital marketing and we teach the business of online business, which means there's a lot of people out there, tons of people, scores of people that are already out there searching for it, desiring it, consuming the content, buying it, all those individual things. So if you get out there and you start talking about digital marketing, you start talking about starting an online business, you start talking about making money online, you're going to begin to appeal to people, right, that want this information. So you will begin to build an audience, right, of people that are interested in this, right? And guess what? You put yourself in the way of actually being able to build your own email list and make money while you're building your audience because you are talking about something that people already desire. Y'all, that's how in 2007, when I got started, I was able to get off to such a fast start. Is that from day one with my content with no audience, know nothing. I knew nothing, right? I was probably worse off than Veronica was, right? I knew nothing, had nothing. I didn't have a library of modules to walk me through getting set up, right? I had one digital product that I was learning from. I learned from that. I got some really great concepts and ideas. It pumped me up. And I got out there and I saw other people that were doing videos and I said, I'm going to copy them and I'm going to do videos. But because I was talking about something in extreme high demand, which was making money online, right? And I really I found my flow, like I found who I wanted to talk to and I knew how to bring the messaging to them and I knew how to get them to relate to me, right? I was able to make money. Again, day number 3, I made my first sale. Day 30, I had made 28 sales. No one knew me. I was brand new. My YouTube channel was new, all things completely new. But I was talking about something in high demand, right? Therefore, it's like YouTube put me in front of people. People were able to find me because I was talking about something high in demand. So I was able to make money, jumpstart my business, and build my brand and my messaging and my voice at the same time. Let me know if that makes sense. I didn't mean to dive that deep into it, but I hate when people paint a perspective where it's like they're just trying to vie for like the opposition. There's no opposition here for me. It's just like my mind has been open to the fact that more people need to know if you want to start an online business, if you want to earn a lot of money, if you don't want to wait around for affiliate commissions, if you don't want to join a biz op where you have no possibility of real ownership, if you thought about creating an info product, but maybe you didn't really know if you could, and maybe there's a lot of people, you guys, where the way they're introduced to something becomes the only thing that they know, right? Like sometimes it takes someone to say, no, there is like another option. And then when you know there's another option, you can make better decisions on how you want to navigate, right? And get what it is that you want. So there is no opposition here, right? Because starting from scratch is starting from scratch in terms of no audience is no audience, but there is an easier way to begin building your brand and getting yourself out there and making money, right? And there is a more difficult way. And in 16 years, like I've experienced all of it, either through the lens of my own business or through the lens of helping people in their business as well. All right. So I hope that's really, really fair, because that's one thing that irks me. Is when they're just trying to paint a picture, for like, don't do this. No. I don't care what you do. I want you just to do what you do, being well-informed. All right, being well-informed. And I'm telling you, I've never heard anyone break down a biz op the way that I broke it down in terms of you're selling a login versus ownership. I love knowing that every single person, right, that has bought the roadmap from me, I have sold them ownership. Right? So while I choose, right, to send you to the actual community to access everything, if I wanted to, right, I could just upload all of the course onto my own platform and own it completely and never have to go that route. But I want people to be able to access the 15,000 and more growing community and to be able to access the owners and the calls and the extra things that they do. But I also love knowing that I'm in ownership. I invested into a business asset that is forever mine. No biz op can say that. Everyone that has bought it from me, they have invested into a business asset that is forever theirs. No matter what I do, no matter what the owners do, it is theirs. They can forever learn from it. They can forever earn from it. It is theirs. Let me know, you guys, if that's like wicked exciting. All right. So again, after earning, over, $250,000 in the last business opportunity, and it just, was yanked away from me. And some of y'all might not have ever sponsored or sold 200 of anything, right? So maybe you don't know like the gravity, but imagine waking up thinking your world's good. And then you start getting DMs and emails from people saying, Steph, the link is dead. The link is dead. And in some instances, some of these people had just joined like the week prior. So while I could easily say, well, crap, I don't know, there was such a sense of responsibility, right? And while to my awareness, no one held me responsible, Of course, I realized immediately I will never put myself in this like situation again. Right. And again, the way that I look at it as I'm not going to sell logins anymore. And so a lot when I was evaluating, Steph, and here's the thing, you guys, and I've been talking about this. I have this action plan called the 10K a month action plan. And it's like a clarity walkthrough, and it has you like nail all of the important things when it comes to your business. And one of those first things is to really identify like what do you want your business to look like literally, right? And so at that point, when I knew that I wanted to separate like my business from my coaching business, right, is I wanted to desperately get back into the mojo of like my biz op vibe, because I'm good at, y'all know clearly, I'm good at going live, sharing, inspiring, and I'm great at the back end support as well. Like that's not even work for me. I don't feel like no one's taking anything from me. I don't feel, because I love it. Do you know what I'm saying? So like when I tell people you get mentorship on the back end, that takes nothing from me because I love it. I love knowing I'm giving extra to help you win the way that I know how to win online. So I always knew, right? And it's so funny because my husband and I were joking, and I was like, I want to get back to that easy money. He's like, yeah, you need to go get some of that money again, because it was easy for me because I loved it so much. Y'all, please write that down. I loved it so much. I never felt like I was out there selling. I felt like I was just like y'all gotta be a part of this, like much like I do in my live streams, right? And in my video content and in my emails. I want people to really get what I know about this. And so for me, I was like, as much, and I went out there researching, are there any good biz ops, right? That offer really great information. And I have like friends that I highly respect in this space, but it all came down to, I just don't want to be under anyone's thumb. And I don't want to sell logins. I really wanted to sell ownership, because that's how like my brand like really, really was created once I walked away from biz ops, is teaching people how to become their own cash register. Right? That's like that was my thing. And I didn't want to let that go. All right. So even though I love digital products, right, it killed me to see so many people not be able to get started in that way. All right. So what I love so much about resale rights, right, is in most instances, this is so important to me. Okay. With resale rights, and a lot of people don't get this, is there is mostly, right, in most instances, there is a learning capacity. There's a learning component. Why? Because with true resale rights, with a good product with resale rights, it was legitimately created as an informational product first. Like it was legitimately created to be sold to actually help people accomplish something or learn something. It wasn't just created to give people a license to sell something. Like it wasn't created to just be a biz op, right? And so that's the beautiful thing. It's like, oh, wow, like we get to sell something where we actually get to help people, right? And then if they want to sell this too, because they see so much value in it and they want to bring it to other people, but they don't want to have to recreate it, right, themselves, because do you guys understand that's how a lot of these pop-up coaches happen, right? They invest in a course, or they invest in a mentorship, or they invest in a mastermind, right? They learn directly from their guru, right? And then they like rehash or regurgitate or take bits and pieces of what they learned from their guru, make it their own, right? And then get out there and resell the same crap, right? And I don't mean crap as far as it's bad, but that's what they do. It's happening, right? Whether people want to admit it or not. So with resale rights, what's so amazing is if you buy a product and it's really, really good and you actually learn from it and you're like, oh my gosh, more people need this, and you have a legitimate license to sell it as your own, you don't have to even worry about recreating it, trying to figure out how you're going to make it your own. Literally, all you got to do is just wrap your own messaging around it like I do. I don't think anyone is out there selling this the way that I sell it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if any of you guys are out there and you've been like watching people sell this. I don't think anyone sells it the way that I sell it. Because I have a very, very deep understanding of what this is really, really all about, right? And the true benefits that are associated with this. It's not sleazy. It's not this just easy thing. It's the most legitimate, powerful way to get started in such a short span of time and to be able to have so much and to be able to do so much and help so many people. Yeah, like we are the holder of opportunity with this. That's what's so, it's one thing to like sell a digital informational product, but it's another thing to be able to put people in business. Are y'all getting this? For $500, like it blows my mind, like literally. It's one thing to sell a digital informational product and know that if someone consumes it and takes action with it, like they can fix something or change their situation or do something. To me, it's a whole nother game, right? When you can put someone in business, when you can literally say, here, right? You are in business. Go create your $500 days. Go create your $1,000 days. Go create your $20,000 a month. Right? And you have all the training to back you up. So much power in that, y'all. So much power in that. This is why I can show up every single day doing what it is that I do, because I know what I have in my hands. And I know, right, in the US alone, with 330 million people, I got to get out there and talk to more people. And in the world, over 8 billion, and I need help, right? We need help. More people need to know this. It's just huge, or absolutely huge. All right. So the first benefit with master resale rights, right? Again, I'm just going to be real with you guys. In every biz op that I joined, there was hardly any value. I had to bring the value. I had to create the value, because the products in those instances were like old, outdated, like PLR material. And there's nothing wrong with PLR. It just feels like they went out there and found the absolute worst of the worst, because the fact of the matter is most people didn't care about the product. They cared about the opportunity. So these admins didn't have to work super, super hard, or they bought the PLR, for next to nothing. And this PLR had been sold to multiple companies over and over and over again. Right. And again, in my years, I've been involved in quite a few business opportunities, and that was always the case. Right. There was never, ever any true learning that went on at the product level. It was mostly appealing to people that actually just wanted an opportunity to sell an opportunity. All right. To actually just resell the opportunity. All right. The licensing part of master resale rights is, again, when you consume the product and you love the product and you're like, more people need this. It's like going to see a really good movie, right? And you're like, I got to go let everybody on Facebook know right now that you need to go see this movie, but you don't get paid anything for it, right? Y'all will go out there and promote Denzel before you will tell someone that you have your hands on something really, really good. I just stepped on a few people's toes, I'm sure. You will go out there and say, Denzel did his doggone thing, right? But you won't get on Facebook and tell people, you need to get your booty in this program. You need to check this out. Denzel's not paying you anything. You could potentially earn $500 by simply telling people, you need to have your booty in this thing. You need to see what you're missing out on. So the licensing gives you the opportunity to be able to take what it is that you consumed and that you loved and that you learned so much from, and be able to turn right back around and allow other people to enjoy it and buy it directly from you. And you don't owe anyone anything. You don't owe anyone a royalty. You're not waiting for your cut. If someone says, I want that, and they buy it, cha-ching, right? Money in your PayPal, money in your Stripe. All right. Now, what I love about make sure I'm not missing anything. Simplicity as well, right? Again, with digital products, right? There's a lot of red tape. There really, really is. Not a bad business model. There's just a lot of red tape. And when I saw the amount of people that struggle with it, I realized I could do one better when I had access to this, right? Not that everyone that wants to turn their knowledge into a digital product will dig this, because some people might really, really be caught up in wanting to take their knowledge and turn it into a digital product. And that's perfectly fine. But for the person that's like, they're in this space, they would love to make money in this space, what's more important to them is actually getting a business set up, right? So for example, if someone was like, yo, Steph, they're selling McDonald's franchises for like $100. Let's just say $1,000. $1,000 this weekend only. I'm not a fan of McDonald's, but do you think I wouldn't invest in it for $1,000? Yeah, because it's like a guaranteed business. It's guaranteed money. Of course I would. So believe it or not, there are a lot of people that come online and they're like, I don't know what I want to do. I just know that I want to start a business. I know I don't want to be doing the same thing I'm doing right now for the rest of my life. Right? I heard that there is riches, right, all in these internet hills, right? And I want some. You'd be surprised how many people come to the internet and they have no earthly clue how they want to make money or what they want to do to start their business, right? But they're entirely intrigued. And if this information were presented to the right person, they would see where this entirely makes sense. Why? Because number one, our product is what every single person needs who desires to learn how to make money online. Someone needs to write that down. Our product is what every single person needs who desires to come online and actually make money. You have to learn digital marketing and you've got to learn the business of online business. You got to learn how to use the platforms. You got to learn how to use social media. You got to learn how to create content. You got to learn how to brand yourself. You got to learn how to develop your message. You got to learn the tech. You got to learn how to get your systems set up. You got to learn the foundation of digital marketing. You got to understand keywords, all of that. So first off, everyone that comes online needs the information. And second off, right? Not only do you get to learn from this, but if you go through the entire course and a business idea doesn't come to you, right? We have one waiting for you. You can just resell this course to other people that are coming online and want to make money and they need to learn digital marketing and they need to learn the business of online business. And when they buy it from you, you're going to earn $500 as if you created the course yourself. The money comes instantly directly to you because we give you the license to be able to do so. And again, go back to the whole fact of you actually own this. This is yours. No one can ever take this business away from you. 20 years from now, you could still be owning these files. And what makes this so powerful, y'all, is on October 18th, we have 2.0 that's coming out, which is going to be, we'll still have the current content, but then we have all new content, freshly recorded content, right, with some new stuff in it as well that we're going to have access to. No additional cost. No additional cost. All right. As I have gotten deeper and deeper into this and I realize how good this is, I've just gotten more and more sold because I realize how many people can get started in a very simplified way so stinking fast. And like, these are things that people really, really need to know about, right? That you can begin to learn digital marketing, learn the business of online business. You can actually have your own system set up, generating you leads. You can have your own sales page. You can have your own checkout page. You can have your own payment processors. Y'all, those things used to be so cumbersome, right? So cumbersome when I was first getting started. Even just to market a biz up, I had to go through crazy lengths just to get a merchant account so I could accept credit cards. And then the fees were crazy. What I had to go through was just obnoxious and crazy. And now it's so simple, right? Now it's so simple. And you get to run your business like a real business. You get to accept Afterpay and Klarna, like all legit businesses online do. So you can allow your customers to actually spread out their payment and assume none of the risk. Y'all, when I was selling digital products, I didn't know nothing about that. I assumed all the risk when I did payment plans. Thank God I built a really, really good brand and I attract really, really great responsible people because I've had virtually no issues, right, with payment plans. A couple of flaky people, but no real issues that like took me out of business. But it feels amazing now to know I don't have to assume the risk of payment plans. Y'all, that's what you have your hands on too. That's what you have your hands on too. All right. Now, here's the thing with a lot of resale rights, all right? So, for example, as a bonus, I was giving away 14 additional master resale right products. And with those products, right? Like, let's say I just sold you those products, right? And you did not have the turnkey system. You would still have to figure out how to create a sales page if a sales page didn't come with the product, how to create a checkout page. Like, you would still have to learn how to create or go ahead and create your entire sales system around it, right? A capture page, a sales page, a checkout page, connecting your payment processors, a fulfillment page. And then you would have to figure out, okay, where am I going to house this product, right? Am I going to house it on my own site? Is it going to just be instant download? Like, you still have to figure out all those things. So even though you don't have to create the product, you still have a lot of things to figure out around the product. All right. Still not a bad deal, right? Like, that's still not a bad deal. But with our product, right, with the roadmap, right, or as I call the turnkey system, you don't have to figure any of those things out, right? We give you a free marketing system to use. A click of a button, right? Click of a link, you download the complete money getting system, right? Which includes the capture page, which includes the sales page, which includes the checkout page, right? Which includes the fulfillment page, right? And step-by-step videos showing you how to personalize every single page, right? For your business. We give you the product, we give you the sales system and the sales process, and then we show you how to personalize it, right? So it's your business. So it reflects your brand, anything you want it to reflect, you can allow it to reflect. All right. So with ours, you get the complete setup. Now, what makes that so brilliant? Are you following me here? What makes that so brilliant is it allows you to step into a truly expansive space. And that's how I think. I always want to learn so that I can expand beyond like whatever the opportunity is. Y'all, like, I feel like that's one of my superpowers in my business is I can always see the bigger picture, right? I can always see the strategy behind it, and I can see a bigger picture for how I'm going to make this work for me or how I'm going to think bigger beyond this. That's why I say, y'all that partner with me now in this, you buy this from me right now, all the extra bonuses you get 2024, like it's going to be amazing. Just trust me. My vision is so big for this, right? You're going to be so thankful. That's all I can say. All right. So this is where I mean expansive. All right. So you come in here, all right, and you learn step by step how to put together a complete money getting system. So again, you're like Veronica, you know nothing about the business of online business. You look up and 3 weeks later, right? You have a product to sell. You have a capture page. You have a sales page. You have a checkout page. You have your own payment processor set up, ready to take in payments and send those payments directly to your bank account. You have a fulfillment page. So if someone buys from you at 4 o'clock in the morning, right, they get their hands on everything that they purchase from you. They're not waiting for you to wake up and send anything to them, right? You have all of the training there to teach you how to, start using the social media platforms to begin to market, promote, and grow your brand and begin to grow your business. You have everything that's there for you. And in 3 weeks' time, you're able to get a very, very fast start. Okay. So because you went through that process, there might come a point in time in your business where you're like, you know what? I see what stuff means. I love this master resale rights stuff. I think I'm going to go out there and find another product with master resale rights that I can also sell. And even if that master resale rights doesn't come with all of the sales material that you need, guess what? You have all of the training right within the turnkey system that you can turn to, right, to help you create a sales system for this new product, right? And you might not even need to go into the training. You might just have the know-how and the skill set because you've already done it before. Right. So now if you were to find a really great product, right, that you wanted to bring to the market, number one, you would not have to create it and you would likely be able to get it set up within like 3 or 4 days. Y'all, when I got hooked up with this system, I watched the videos and I said, okay, I got it. And then I went to my own marketing system that I love and I just created the flow from there. Why? Because I've had these skill sets for years. I knew how to do it. Right. So that's where it's expansive. Or right? Let's say that you rock this like for a year. And let's say, you start, in a year's time and you've earned over $100,000 with this and you're like loving it. But maybe there's something you really, really want to teach. Like maybe you're like, oh my gosh, like had I not learned YouTube, there's no way that I would have been able to do this with my business. So maybe you want to create a product teaching other people like how to go from no subscribers to, whatever, right? To $100,000 through YouTube. Well, guess what? The training's there to teach you how to take an idea and turn it into a product, turn it into a business. So you still have all of the training there where if you wanted to, you could take all of this that you've learned, all of your experience, right, and create something of your own if you wanted to sell. Except for now, guess what? You have an audience, you have an email list, right? You have a market, all this experience, so that when you go out there to launch this thing, guess what? You have ready buyers. Like that could literally all by itself be like a 6-figure launch. Y'all, do you see how I think so much bigger? So much bigger. That's why it's so important, again, to like know what it is that you want, to know why you're making, the investments that you're making, to really know the implications of it, right? Like, again, I'm not going to sell you a login. With all of my experience, I simply cannot. Because I sell ownership. When someone buys my blueprint for $100, even if one day I'm like, you know what, we're going to kill the marketing system. You own my blueprint. You could continue selling that thing for $100 any way you want to. Now, I'm not killing the marketing system, right? But I'm not selling you a login. I'm literally selling you a blueprint. And we set up your system for you so that you can sell it in the same way if you want to. And again, for 2024, there might be something coming new with that as well. That's good. Just wait. Again, just keep hanging with me. I promise you. Right? I'm going to make y'all all feel like real bosses, right? In terms of what it is that you do and how, right, you can help other people in this space. Much bigger than so many people are doing. All right, much bigger than so many people. And I hope you picked up some things tonight that you've written down, right? In terms of like things for you to think about. If you're not quite sure about what you want to do or how you want to go about your business, I really hope that, I've shared things like in a very, very like in a fair way where you're like, no, like that makes a lot of sense. Right? And in some instances, people are going to do what they want to do regardless. And that's perfectly fine. Right? I love knowing that if anyone comes across my content, that you're making your decisions like way more enlightened, right? I hope that makes sense. All right. So literally, number one, at the age of 49, I feel so doggone grateful that at a time in my life where I was kind of like, what do I want to do? Right? Because I felt like I had so much more to give, so much more I wanted to do. And I didn't want to settle. It's so easy sometimes just to settle for what you're already doing because you feel like it's just like the easy road. You don't want to rock any boats. You don't want to, and it's funny because when I really made like a go at this direction, it's funny how many people I've inspired, right? That were like, Steph, like that's what I've been waiting for from you. Or welcome back. I'm so glad you're back in this vibe because this is where you slay. Right? Or there's people that have been inspired, right? Because they're like, I want to do that too. I didn't want to go the hard route of digital. It's like they gave themselves permission that, okay, wow, like I know this is, and some people didn't even know it was available. Again, why it's so important to do what it is that we do, to have a message around what we actually do, because some people simply don't know, right? They just simply don't know. All right. And so I hope, just like I shared in my email, I hope this live stream could be a real eye-opener for you, right? And again, at the age of 49, again, I'm one of those people where it's like, I realize like I take the high road in my business. And actually, I'm not even going to say what I was getting ready to say. But I will say this, and again, this is directly from my email, right? I need to know that every step of the way, I'm building my business on very stable grounds. That every single decision that I make is for the longevity of my business so that my profitability continues to grow. Where I can control, I'm unavailable for this, right? I'm unavailable for this. I understand that no matter what they want to say about the economy, money is a constant. Please write, money is a constant. I'm always going to talk to you, understanding that and knowing that. What you do with it's up to you. I don't believe in getting started. I don't believe in dipping my toe. I don't believe in testing the waters. I don't believe in, but no one's buying. I don't believe in the economy's bad. While some of those things can be true, is the economy bad? Yeah. But is money still doing what money does? Is money still circulating? Are people still spending money? Are we still buying gas, buying groceries, getting our nails done, getting our lashes done? We are. And when you go and you're like, wait a second, $5 more from last week, and what do? Okay, here's my card. Right? When gas is more than it was last week, okay, here's my card. When milk and eggs are a little bit more expensive than they were last month, what do? All right, put it in the basket. Money's a constant, y'all. Okay? We're in business. We've got to start treating our businesses that way. We are in business. We are here to help people make buying decisions for the things that they want. Right? And in this instance, the things that they want, right, they're going to get by investing in what we have, right? They need what we have because they've got to learn digital marketing. They've got to learn the business of online business. We give them an easier setup. We give them ownership. Can y'all please start sharing that with people? Let them know we give them ownership, that we teach people. We give people access to digital marketing training, online business training, right? And we give them a business asset they will forever own, right? That they can begin selling immediately and being able to earn $500 every single time that they sell it. You guys, we are in direct sales. We sell something, we make money, which means you got to talk to people. You got to get yourself out there. You've got to learn what's actually in the program, right? So that you can actually do that. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but you do got to figure out something, whether it's faceless videos, faceless reels, faceless shorts, right? Whether you want to go the traffic route and do solo ads or traffic exchanges, whether you want to do Facebook, right? Stories, reels, Facebook groups, your Facebook profile, whether you want to run Facebook ads, build your email list, and then market on the back end of your email list, whether you want to do TikToks, whether you want to go Instagram, you can go live, you can do stories, you can do reels. There's something out there for each and every one of us. And if we got out there and we began to allow more people to understand what we have our hands on and how this can help them, right, we would help so many people. Some of them don't even know this is available, and some are hearing the message wrong. And some people are misguided. All right, it's our job to get out there, right, the way that I look at it. Because I want to build my business on stable grounds. I want to feel good with every single dollar that comes into my business. I want to make a lot of money at the extreme high service of other people. I want people thanking me for my recommendations. I simply want more people to know that such an opportunity exists, right? And so the same stable foundation that I want to grow for myself is the same stable foundation I want to help y'all grow as well, and other people grow as well that I might not even know right now. All right. So if you would love to learn more about this, and you would love to like lock arms with me as your mentor, all right, I have like my own little mentorship community where you get access to bonus resources. I want you to go through my 10K a month action plan because I want to help you, build a $10,000 a month business for yourself for starters. If you don't know me, yes, I talk money because I want to set the expectation for you. I want you to come in with a high bar. I want you to know that whatever you want is possible, right? If you're willing to work for it, right, then you can make it possible. We have all the tools that are here. And like I said, you get started now, you're going to be so grateful going into 2024, right? Because again, my vision is so expanded, right? And Again, it's one of those things, you come in your grandfather, right? I'm not asking any more money from you, right? But there's going to be tremendous rewards, tremendous gains, right? By deciding to be a part of like what I'm doing here. Because I'm locked in this industry. I'm not going nowhere, right? Like everything's come full circle for me. And I know this is my space. I know this is my space. All right. And so if you want to learn more, go to goprowithsteph.com. Just click the link right down below in the description. Opt in, right? Go through the information. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up via email. Once you get started, make sure you email me so I can get you locked into my mentorship community. Please write this down. It's also in my welcome email. But once you get access to my mentorship community, your first order of business is to watch. Like, don't go nuts with everything that's back there, right? Because I just uploaded my 100K in 100-day blitz that we're doing right now. Today was day number 40. And yesterday I went ahead and I added all 40 days back there. So don't go nuts with that, okay? But I want you to watch the orientation video, which is the first video in the members area. All right, the very first video. That's going to make sure you get acclimated, orientated, and you know exactly how you're going to navigate and go through the information within the roadmap, within the turnkey system. All right, that's going to help you get set up the fastest way. All right. And so again, goprowithsteph.com in the description. And if you do have any questions whatsoever, feel free to let me know. If someone else invited you here, make sure you get back to them. Right? If you have any questions, let them know. And if you don't have their link, say, hook me up with your link, right? Send it to me. I want to go through the information. Like, I want to get started. All right. And myself, and I'm sure a lot of my partners, right, they also accept Afterpay and Klarna. They might accept some other form of payments that allow you to spread out your payments. I know for me personally, I've helped quite a few people get started for $125, right? And then the rest of their payments were spread out. And I believe one or two people, I know for a fact one, but I think two actually got started for $44, right? So again, it's whatever Afterpay and or Klarna approves you for, right? But I know in the $44 instance, they're paying $44 over the next 12 months. And what's brilliant for us as the business owner, right, is that we don't assume that risk, right? That's all between Klarna, Afterpay, whatever. Beautiful. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. All right. And again, that's another perk that you learn how to get set up when you're going through, right, your learning process within the system. All right. So I don't see any questions. Yes, Veronica, money is still circulating. We are still spent. Like, that's the thing. Yeah. And I can't make this up. Like I said, I'm having $1,000 days. Like, it's not me sending money to myself. It's people that want this. Right, but you got to get out there, use the training, right, so that you can be one of these people that are out there sharing this, right, with the millions of people and billions of people that are out there desiring to learn more about digital marketing and the world of online business and how they can get their share. Like that, I really believe there are people out there that are wanting to know how to get their piece, right, of the online business pie. I'll share this and I'll close out. And I've shared this many times, right? When I go into the bank and they're like, because all they see is my LLC, right? What is it you do? Right. And when I tell them, right, that I'm an online business builder and I've been doing this for, 16 years, they're like, what? It's like they're amazed that they actually know someone that's really doing this online business thing. So I know the intrigue is out there. People want to know, like I shared this before, like I'm literally to the point where I'm like, I think I'm going to get some business cards and I'm going to start just dropping them all around in my local area. Just real simple business cards. Right? Want to learn how to start an online business? Go here. Nothing fancy, right? Want to learn how to start an online business? Go here, right? Or just my name and an online business builder and my website. Because it's not just people coming to the internet. There are people that are out there, right? That might be online looking at memes and videos and twerking, right? And maybe it hasn't even occurred to them that they could be using the internet, right, as a way of making some very, very significant discretionary income, holiday cash, setting themselves up for the New Year's, all these things, right? So if you do have any questions, again, feel free to reach out. Let me know. Would love to see you inside. Would love to be the mentor in your corner. Would love to celebrate your success. All right. So I really hope you guys are leaving better than when you came. If you have any questions whatsoever, again, goprowithsteph.com. Send me over an email if you have any questions. And I look so forward to welcoming you into our community. All right, have a fantastic evening, you guys, and take action. And I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Bye-bye.